Kendall Desmond here with a new episode of TNE, the Nirvana Experience. And we got Calvin again today. What's going on, Cal?
Hey, nothing much. How's it going?
I'm all right. But we finna get into it. We finna answer 1, 2, 3, 4 questions from the last episode back on.
I think it's more than 4.
No, it's 4 from 1, 2, 3, 4 from when James was on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I got you.
So from August 2nd, the episode with James and with Jay Jamal on there, we're finna answer those leftover questions. Then we'll get into the one from the last time Calvin was here. All right. Somebody named Memory Bank Jesse.
Who?
Memory Bank Jesse.
Okay.
It said, Calvin, you mentioned that a lot of people fall off from the truth when they realize they have to change their life. For someone who just starting to question their beliefs and is feeling overwhelmed by the changes they might have to make, what's your advice to them?
Read that to me one more time.
It say I'm gonna read the last part.
Gotcha.
It say for someone who is just starting to question their beliefs and is feeling overwhelmed by the changes they may have to make,
right?
What's your advice to them?
You feeling overwhelmed by the changes you may have to make. What's your advice? What's my advice?
Mm-hmm.
If you're feeling overwhelmed about the changes you have to make, first of all, how you know what changes you have to make if you ain't in the truth? Did you understand what I just said?
Mm-hmm.
He's saying the changes he have to make, and he don't know if you're not in the truth and somebody's trying to teach you and show you these things to show you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that. Why? You know what I mean? So how you know about the changes if you see? So that's letting me know you don't want to change. Not saying that person who's asking the question don't want to change, but you see the point I'm making. Read that last part one more time. Let me get a clear understanding of that in my brain.
All right. For someone who is just starting to question their beliefs.
You just starting to question your beliefs. So that means you don't know nothing about this truth. Go ahead.
And is feeling overwhelmed by the changes they may have to make. What's your advice to them?
And feeling overwhelmed about the changes you may have to make. Trust me, if you're in this world, it's going to be a lot of changes you'll have to make because this world has taught you nothing but lies. It's all lies. So that's why the Most High said you got to be born again. You got to start over. You got to come back and start over and come back in this truth. Everything have to change. Everything.
So what if like they just looking at it, like just say like for instance, when I first got into truth, and I started reading scriptures, I started reading all the so we had to do. I was like I wasn't even all the way in the truth yet, but I was reading,
right?
Seeing what I had to do to change, and it can be kind of overwhelming because you've been doing certain things for so long that when you start reading, like you got to change your eating habits, you got to change your behaviors. They do kind of get overwhelming sometimes.
Overwhelming, right?
Yeah.
So why wouldn't it overwhelming for you to accept all the things somebody been telling you?
Because I've been hearing it for my whole life. They just sounded normal to me.
So you're proving what I've been saying in early episodes to be true then. You've been indoctrinated so much that it become a part of your DNA and the lies sound like a lie sound like it's true.
Yeah.
See, you just proved everything I've been saying by exactly what you just said. Now, make that statement again, what you just said.
What I say?
Go ahead.
I said that I've been... What I say?
You just said about how this what you know. You've been.
Oh yeah, like I've been knowing it since like I was born. Like
right
before I even came to the truth, all I knew was Thanksgiving, Christmas, Halloween,
right,
July, holiday,
right.
Go to church every Sunday,
right.
Give the pastor 10% of what you earn throughout the week.
Exactly.
Like that's all I've been knowing. Like,
and you never question it. You know why? Because that's all you ever seen, known, and heard. Right.
Right.
But nobody's ever proved any of that to you scripturally.
Nope. I told you before, I even had questions to ask my pastor, but they never answered none of them.
Because they can't. That's why I be saying what I be saying. Last part of that question again.
It says, for someone who is just starting to question their beliefs and is feeling overwhelmed by the change they may have to make, what's your advice to them?
You feeling overwhelmed about the change you may have to make, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your question is proving why the Most High speak in parables, and your question is proving that this ain't for everybody, believe it or not. That's why he talked to them in parables. Why? Because it ain't for everybody to get it.
Yeah.
And for those who is for, they're going to get it. And for those who is for, the changes ain't going to bother them. And for those who is for, they are welcome to changes. Why? Because this world ain't working out for them. But if you happy, it's all good for you. I'm making money. I got a big house. I'm driving a Lamborghini. Why do I need to change? So why would they want any of this truth? You see?
Yeah.
You see how I'm trying to answer the question, but it's not a hard question to answer. But the point I'm making is you can't question the changes. If it's for you, it's going to be for you. You should welcome the changes. When I came to this truth, man, I ran to the changes.
Yeah, I did too.
I ran to the changes. What are you talking about? This world suck. I ran to the changes. And then if you're really trying to seek the Most High God and get into that kingdom, it's about what he wants you to do. And when you realize these people been lying to you, been deceiving you, been tricking you all the way with everything they've been telling you and indoctrinating you with, you would welcome the changes. I don't know if that answered that question. Maybe I'm in one of those modes of mine, but maybe I would be able to answer this question before this podcast is over better. But right now, if you're not willing to welcome the changes and embrace them, it's going to be difficult for you to understand this truth.
Okay. Well, you should answer it because, like you said, when you first heard the truth, when I first heard the truth, I stopped eating pork. I stopped doing all that.
You'll drop it with no problem. It wouldn't be no problem for you.
Yep.
Most High know what he doing. He know who he choosing in this. That's why he said it ain't for everybody. That's why Jesus said, I talk to them in parables. But you got to be willing to get it. And if you willing and want it, the Most High know that. And he's going to lead you in all the right directions. Trust me on that one. But go to the next question. I'm going to swing back around to that when I get to something else. But go ahead.
All right. So the second question comes from somebody named Goodheart Quita. You guys were talking about how much people love this world. What's one piece of advice for someone who feels like they are caught between their love for the world and their desire to follow a more righteous path? That's kind of contradictory, ain't it?
It is. That's why the Most High say, remember we went over the scripture that said you can't be hot or cold. You got to either be hot or cold. You either got to want this or you don't want it.
Well,
it ain't no middle ground. That's how the church got y'all all messed up. That's why y'all see the church talking about the Bible. Then they go out when they're not in church and doing everything the world doing. And that's what got y'all all confused and discombobulated. See, that question, it's like it's contradicting itself. Read that question again.
All right. I'm gonna read the second half.
Yeah, just read the main part.
All right, it say what's one piece of advice you have for someone who feel like they are caught between a love for the world and they desire to follow a more righteous path.
You love the world and you want to follow the righteous path. You got a problem. You either want the world and forget Christ, forget getting the kingdom and forget it all and be the best version of yourself in this world, or you got to forget the world and go after Christ with all your heart, all your soul. It ain't no middle ground. It ain't no I'm going to be over here and I'm going to be over there at the same time. It don't work that way. It just don't. I got a couple of scriptures in my head. It'll lead to me going to about 3 or 4 more scriptures to explain it, but I'm going to keep this short and simple, and I don't mind you asking another question if you hear this answer I'm finna give you, but you can't. You either want the Most High God or you want this world. It's up to you to choose. But guess what? I'm finna hit you with something. The Most High already know which one you're gonna choose. Because believe it or not, he's already either chose you or he haven't. This is not milk today. This is meat. Next question.
All right. Somebody named Get High, Stay High. Calvin, James, and Kenny had a very interesting conversation about the 10K a month versus 100K a month question. I agree with y'all taking the 10K a month, but it's stupid that I want to have that 100K a month though.
No, that's not stupid. It's nothing wrong with either one. You know, it's just a personal thing. My thing, if you're gonna give me guaranteed money with me not having to do anything for it, then I'll take that.
Yeah, because you can be.
That's all I was saying. You're gonna give me $10,000 a month just to give me $10,000 a month, or you're gonna give me $100,000 a month to go work? And no, give me the 10.
Yep.
It don't even have to be that much. If you're gonna give me the free money, I'll take the free money. That's just me. And I ain't talking about something stupid. Get $100 for free, or no, yeah, I take the 100K. But you give me $10,000 a month to just do nothing, just to be me? No, And we don't even understand that that's what the white man should be probably giving us anyway in retribution.
Mm-hmm.
And people say, oh, here come this nigga with this. You need to understand something. When they drop them bombs on Nagasaki and Hiroshima, what you think they paying? They paying them folks now. See? When them folks went over in our land of Israel, talking about they was the lost people of God, don't you know your tax money going over there taking care of them?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you know we built this place, but what are we getting? Other than some fake laws and civil rights that don't mean nothing. But, you know, hey, it is what it is when it comes to that, you know. But the first of 10K at 100, it's a loaded question, but anyone you pick is fine. If you have a desire to work and do something and want to make the more money, the 100K, that's cool. But me personally, I see it like if you're going to give me $10,000 for free, just give me the $10,000 for free. Then whatever I decide to do with my time is on me. I'm still getting $10,000 for free. I ain't got to worry about being at your job when you telling me to be there.
Yeah, and on top of that, most folks' bills ain't even $10,000 a month.
See?
So you'll have
but the money, it ain't gonna be no extra money left over, because when you get that 100K, you're gonna be trying to live a lifestyle you shouldn't be trying to live. There ain't gonna be no leftover. All that sound good while you ain't got it. When you get it, you living different. When you get it, you driving that vet. Don't sit and start telling me about what you ain't gonna do. You will.
I'm talking about that 10K a month.
No, I'm saying that 10K a month is fine until you want to outlive that 10K a month.
Yep.
It's no different with that either. Oh, I got 10K a month for free. You know what you're going to be doing? A bunch of crap, because you know you're going to get another 10K next month. You see? It's easy to say, if I put this 10,000 there, it sound good, until you get it and you realize I can walk in here and buy anything I want. And guess what? You got a house full of stuff you don't need.
Most of that we buy that we think we want, we don't even really use no more.
It's just the way this world got us thinking, man, and got us working and got us being. And I said something to him before we even started the podcast. I said, I'm going to be a little different today because I've been under the weather a little bit. So if y'all don't hear the same old jokey me, I'm going to be more straight to the point and direct, and your feelings is your feelings. Go to the next question.
Next question.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne lighter flick.
Lil Wayne listen to your show?
Nah, they just named
messing with you, man.
Yeah, Lil Wayne lighter flick. I know exactly what that is because he flick a light at the beginning of his song.
Gotcha.
But what did they say? Calvin, you explain how Christ's return is dependent on certain things happening first.
Right.
Including 144,000 waking up to the truth.
Okay.
Can you talk more about what this waking up process is for an individual and how a person knows if they're one of the chosen to be a teacher or a judge?
Ooh, that's loaded. Let's go to Matthew 24. Let me hit you with this first part of that first.
All right. Matthew
24 and verse 1.
I was in Matthew 5.
Matthew 24 and 1. There we go. You got it?
You said Matthew 24?
24.
And 1?
Yeah.
All right.
Matthew 24 and 1. It says, and Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. And Jesus said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall be thrown down. The disciples were showing Jesus that when they rebuilt the temple, how beautiful it was. And Jesus said, okay, but all that's going to get destroyed. That's what he's saying, right? Verse 3. And as he sat up on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? In other words, Christ, when this world going to end and you going to come back? That's what they're asking him. And when did they do that? They did that in private. And I told y'all on a past episode, it's a lot of things that Christ taught the disciples that is not written. He taught them all these things. He told them all the secrets, right? In verse 4, and Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. And that's all the world is doing, is deceiving you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. What do you mean when he said many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ? You know the answer to that. I'm talking to you.
You said what?
When he say, many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many.
Those the The preachers.
No, that's
And
the Christian community saying, "I am Christian. I am Christian." That's what you see. Many don't all of them say they Christian. What do Christian mean though? To be Christ-like. Are they Christ-like? Are they following the law? Are they not eating certain things? You see what I'm saying? But they say that. That's why I say the churches don't know what they're talking about. I say that every episode. I make sure I say that every episode. And every time I'm on here, I'm going to say, the churches don't know what they're talking about. Verse 6, and ye shall hear, verse 5, and many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. In other words, you're going to have people talking about they Christ, they Christian, and then you're going to have people talking about, you're going to hear about wars and rumors of wars. Christ said the end ain't yet. Verse 7, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. When he said nation against nation, that's going to be black people against white people. It's going to be Chinese against Japanese. It's going to be North Korea versus South Korea. It's going to be Russia versus Ukraine. It's going to be Iran versus Israel. You see that? Nation against nation, that's people. Kingdom against kingdom, those are countries. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in divers places, in different places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. In other words, before I come back, all these things I just mentioned is going to happen. It's going to be wars, rumors of wars, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. It's going to be people hungry, pestilence. It's going to be diseases. It's going to be famines. It's going to be all these things. All these things got to happen first, right? Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you. Who he talking about right there? The people that's been confessing Christ, people in the truth like me. That's why I say I ain't got time to sugarcoat nothing with y'all today. Either you want this or you don't. Either you want to change or you don't. Now, here come another thing you need to understand. You gonna get killed. I didn't make this up. I just read it to you. I'm gonna read it again so y'all can hear it crystal clear. Then shall they deliver you up and afflict you, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. So y'all sure y'all want this? Y'all sure y'all want this? All these things gonna have to happen before he come back. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now go to. I want Revelation 7, verse 1. Now I'm finna explain the 144,000 to y'all. Now, is that 144,000 of any and everybody walking the earth? No, it's not. He's only talking to the children of Israel. I'm finna prove everything I'm saying. Revelation 7, verse 1.
All right, Revelation 7:1.
You got it?
Yep.
I heard that. Here we go. It say, Revelation 7:1. After these things I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, and the wind should not blow on the earth. And I saw another angel. Wait a minute, let me read that over. I butchered it. Revelation 7:1. That's why it ain't that I can't read. Let me explain this to you right quick. It ain't that I can't read, but as I'm reading, I'm trying to think of what I'm going to say. That's why when you see Israelite teachers teaching, they have a reader. That's why the show went so smoothly when James was here, because James is my reader. When he read, I'm thinking about what he's saying so I can explain it. Mm-hmm. But as I'm reading, I'm trying to do that also. So that's why my reading gets stumbled up sometime. It ain't that I can't read. That's what's happening. So I'm gonna read it again. And after these things, I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on the tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God. And he cried with a loud voice to the four angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads. In other words, those four angels are holding back war and destruction. World War III can't happen until all these other things happen. And until the things I read in Matthew It's what the four angels holding back. The pestilence, the diseases, the wars, the nation against nation. That's what that is.
What's the what that last part mean? Till we have sealed the servants of our God in their forehead.
That's what I'm finna explain. That's what he's finna explain now. The sealing of the servants in the forehead is the 144,000. 12,000 from each tribe that have to get this understanding. That's what that's talking about. Have to come back, wake up to this truth. It have to be 12,000 from each tribe. I'm finna read that to you. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. You see that now? Then when you get to verse 5, it's 5 down gonna tell you all the tribes and how many gonna get sealed. Of the tribe of Judah, of the tribe of Judah were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Reuben, there were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Gad, there were sealed 12,000. And guess what 12,000 times 12 is? 144,000. That's what that 144,000 is. 12,000 must be sealed of each tribe of the children of Israel. 12,000 from each tribe. That ain't saying 12,000 from each tribe going to be saved. That's saying those are the 12,000 that are going to be the leaders in the kingdom. But they have to be sealed before the Most High could come back. Do y'all see that now?
Yep.
What was the end of that question?
The last part of the question was, how can a person know if they're chosen to be a teacher or a judge?
You don't know. You don't know if you're chosen to be a teacher or a judge. Let me put it to you this way. Y'all heard me say a lot, the Most High can't take nothing out of you that's not in you. If you don't know the Bible, if you don't know no scripture, if you ain't never been to church, not been to church, let me X that out. If you ain't never woke up and trying to understand the true meaning, the laws, the statutes and commandments of this Bible, why would he use you as a teacher? And all you know is Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, and Easter. Why would he use you as a teacher? Listen to what you're asking me. I was born to do this. I keep saying, I'm gonna explain y'all what I mean. When I was a little boy, right? I had older brothers. We used to live in North Memphis, right down the street from Northside High School. It don't exist no more, but right down the street from Northside High School, right? In North Memphis. My brother, he was my oldest brother. He was, 70s dude, he's still, all my brothers are still alive. And you will see him and he still act the same to me. He the same dude from the 70s, if you know what I mean. But him and his friends, they used to see me. I was a little boy, 3-4 years old. They used to call me Joe Tex. That's an old single back in the day. They used to call me Joe Tex and little old preacher boy. I don't know why. They always did. That's Joe Tex. That boy, they're going to preach when he get older, right? No problem. As I got older and I started seeing things as I walked through this life, right? All my life, I've been able to explain stuff. My daddy used to buy me toys, try to buy me toys that I couldn't break or tear up. You know what I used to do with my toys? I used to take them apart and put them back together. Y'all don't even believe that got something to do with what I'm doing now. How that got something to do with what you're doing now? Easy. Because when I used to tear my toys up, if I tore them up and I knew how I went back together, then nobody could tell me nothing about that toy. I understood that toy. You see how that makes sense?
Yep.
So he started buying me these Tonka trucks. Tonka trucks used to be made out of real metal, real steel. You need to understand. When I was a little boy, I was born in the 60s. When I was alive, when I was born, Martin Luther King now was still alive. They used to make toys used to be real. Tonka truck used to be made out of real steel. The steel on the Tonka truck was realer than the steel on your car right now. People don't even understand that. And I couldn't tear it up. And them are the kind of toys used to make by me. But I used to try to tear them up and put them back together. That made me understood the toy. When it came to me reading the Bible, me reading the scripture, me getting to understand, even though I was in the church, right? Even though I was in the church and didn't know the truth yet, what the pastor was saying and what I was reading didn't make sense to me. Why? It didn't line up. So when I heard the truth, I had no problem understanding it. It was like somebody cut a light switch on to me. I can't give you the answer to what you asking me. That's for God to give you these things. It ain't like you can read the Bible and now I'm a teacher. It don't work that way. So you asking these questions that only God can answer. Ask God. I can't answer that for you. I don't know what the future holds for you. God do. But I'm going to tell you this. If you ain't in this truth, trying to get this truth according to the truth and not the church, no, he not going to use you as no teacher. He'll use you as a sacrifice. I told you, today is different. It's different today. This thing is winding up quick. It's winding up quick. Please understand that. Next question.
All right. Now, these the questions from the last time you was here. With the new question. All right. Somebody named the real Harry Potter. This person asks, if 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 16 through 17 describes scripture as reproof and correction, how could its principles be used with new world entities like artificial intelligence, AI?
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna read it again.
Oh my God, you got to be kidding.
I'm gonna read it again.
Read that question again, bro.
If 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 16 through 17 describes scripture as reproof and correction, how could its principles be used with new world entities like AI?
Let's read 2 Timothy before I give you my answer.
All right.
Okay. 2 Timothy, what was that, 3:16?
Yep.
We're going to read it. I'm going to read it right quick. Y'all ready?
Let me get to it.
Yeah, you got it. Let me read it. So,
all right.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 16 said, all scripture is given by inspiration of God and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, and for instruction in righteousness, that the man of God may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works. Now, you ask me, what about AI?
It said, how could its principles, talking about the scripture,
how could the principles?
Yep. How could its principles be used with new world entities like artificial intelligence?
The quick and easy answer, it can't.
Yep.
I don't understand your question. It can't. Because guess who programmed your new world entities and your AI? A man. A man have to put information into a computer for it to do what it do. And if he don't understand this, guess what he gonna put in there? Things he wants you to understand. You see? That's why I have a problem with questions like this and person like somebody, man controlling a climate and man coming up talking about there's 3 people in one and somebody got pregnant by just standing there. And what are we talking about? What are we talking about?
The thing that be confused, like I noticed, like from reading these questions, a lot of it got something to do with folks trying to still be worldly and put scripture.
But they want to be in the kingdom too. You ain't gonna be if you gonna be in this world. You either want this world or you want the kingdom. It's your choice. Remember Neo?
From the Matrix?
Yeah. Didn't he have a choice? Didn't he have a red pill and a blue pill?
Yep.
You pick this one, you go back into the world and you can live how you want. You pick this one, you finna see this truth, and your whole world finna change. Do y'all want to change or do you want the world? If you want the world, then you don't have to ask no questions. Just go out in the world, do what you're doing, be what you're being, be cosplay, be your sports people, do your singing and your rapping, do all of it. It's out there for you. You can be a millionaire. I said I wasn't gonna do this, didn't I? Good night. You can't mix AI with this. Man controls AI. Man controls what they program in AI to get the computer to do what they want to do. You know what y'all believe in this AI, you know what this gonna do? It's gonna make you jobless. It's gonna make you jobless. If they can get a robot to do your job, whatever it may be, if they can get a robot to do it, you wouldn't have a job. Why y'all love this man so much? And guess who doing these things? Somebody that don't look like you trying to replace you. Will we please wake up and let's do what the Most High say? Can we do that? Can we do that? If you want this AI, you want this world, you want to put your foot over. No, don't put your foot over here. Put both your feet over there and just be who you want to be. This is not milk today. Next question.
All right. Somebody named Pull the Lever said, in a controversial comparison, Calvin mentioned that the Ku Klux Klan mentions the Ku Klux Klan. What is the point he's trying to make by saying the truth don't care who tell it? And how does he use this to address a specific issue related to black people?
The truth don't care who tell it in a specific issue to black people, because that's what we have as a people. That's all we got is the truth. We don't even understand that. See, all these lies been told us our whole life. When you wake up to this truth, then you realize, you know what? All I've had is the truth all along. That's all we got. That's why the truth don't care who tell it, meaning it's going to be true no matter what, no matter who say it. The problem with us as a black people, I'm finna hit you with something. The problem with us as a black people, when we hear the truth, we don't want to hear it from the person who's telling it to us.
Mm-hmm.
That's our problem. Because you'll be like, I hate that nigga. I hate that nigga. I don't like that nigga. I hate that nigga. Then the Most High come put it for that person to tell you some truth. You gonna listen to him?
Nope.
You see?
Nope.
That's why I say the truth don't care who tell it. It don't care who tell it. What was the last part of the question? How it's benefiting us? Something like that?
The last part is and how does he use this to address a specific issue related to black people?
Okay, go to Proverbs.
Mr. Proverbs.
Go to 12 and 19.
Proverbs.
After Psalms, then you got Proverbs.
Yep. 12 and what?
19.
Proverbs 12, 19. Ready.
It say, you got it?
Yep.
It say, the lip of truth shall be established forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment. Why he say the lip of truth shall be established forever?
I don't even understand the last part.
I'm gonna explain the whole thing, but he said the lip of truth gonna be established forever. So what's forever?
Forever.
What's forever? The kingdom.
I thought that.
The lip of truth shall be established forever, meaning that's the only thing we got is the truth. We only got the truth. A lot of these questions is just trying to, I'm not being harsh. Y'all forgive me if y'all think I'm being harsh. I'm not. I'm really not. The truth of being established forever is trying to get you to see that we need to stop being the way we are. The truth don't care who tell it. The truth don't care if a Chinese man said, a Japanese man, an Arab man, a white man, or whoever. If he's saying the truth, it's true. It don't care who say it. It don't care who tell it. Our problem is we hate the package that's wrapped. We hate the package that's delivering the message. That's our problem.
Mm-hmm.
That's our problem as a people, because we hate each other. And when some black man trying to tell you some truth, you don't want to believe him. But if CNN said, you'll be ready to believe them. If some white man said, you'll be ready to believe them. If some president standing on a podium said, you'll be ready to believe them. But if some straggly old Negro who was born in 1963, who used to tear his toys up, put them back together, say it to you, now it seemed to be a problem. Or if some guys standing out on the street corners with these little shingly things on their clothes, looking like gowns they got on, and all of them got on the same color, and they looking great in their dress, the way they're dressed. You don't want to hear it from them. But if some preacher in a pulpit sitting there, cause he been there 30 years, the same little corner church, telling you all the atrocities and the lies he been telling you that he cannot prove, not one of them in the Bible, we believe that without a question. The truth don't care who tell it. They're not telling you no truth in these places. I'm going to read that again. The lip of truth shall be established forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment. Your lies don't last. It's but for one moment. These lies is just for a moment. The truth is the only thing going to stand forever. I've had numerous times where I explain different situations about that. It's certain things happen to you. You can never forget it. Why? Because it's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's certain times you've done something and tried to wiggle out of it and lied about it. You can't remember them lies you said, though. Could you?
Oh.
No, you can't.
Oh.
Because you were just saying stuff not to get caught. and you made up anything that you thought they would believe so you wouldn't get caught, but you don't remember nothing you were saying because you were just saying stuff to try to wiggle out of something or try to get out of a situation, try to get out of something you shouldn't have been in. I told y'all, that's why the police, they'll get you. They'll know, they got you. They know you guilty. They already seen you doing it and everything. You don't know that. So their questions is not geared to get you to tell the truth. Their questions is geared so you can lie. So when they put you in the courtroom, they can say, here it is. And then they're going to show your testimony. See, he lying about everything. Then they throw 3 or 4 more charges on you.
Mm-hmm.
It's all designed that way. And when you asking me how this going to, do the last part again about us.
All right. The second half of the question is,
right.
How does he use this to address a specific issue related to black people?
The specific issue, it ain't no specific issue. It's all our issues. The truth help you in all your issues, bruh. Everything you do, just be truthful. It ain't got nothing to do with it ain't got nothing to do with scripture. Just be truthful in your everyday life. Stop lying to them women.
Yep.
That woman ain't fine. You just trying to get with her. You don't like that woman for real. You just want something out of her. Stop lying to these women. These women will stop being the way they are. Stop trying to please your own lustful ways and desires. If you ain't trying to get with that woman to wife that woman and establish a family with her, don't mess with her. Let her go on and be somebody's wife and establish a family with somebody else. Stop treating our women like this just to lay with them, just to get the pleasures out of that you want and the desires you want and the feelings you want without thinking about her. Then we get mad and want to bash the women about why they're the way they are when we're the ones who are making them the way they are. I said something about men. See there? But it's just the truth. We need to stop playing these games, man. Game time is over. It's just over. What else we got?
All right, next question comes from somebody named Cherry Bomb Too Sweet.
Okay.
This person said, you said the Bible is like a puzzle with things written in parables.
Yep.
How can an average person, without your background and experience, start to solve that puzzle and gain a deeper understanding of the scripture?
How could they solve the puzzle and a deep understanding of the scripture?
Mm-hmm.
I say it's a puzzle because the Bible, in so many words, say it's a puzzle. Go to Isaiah 28. Isaiah 28.
Plus, I remember one time you told us like Genesis be jumping in time.
Yes.
All the time. I remember you told us that you can't read the Bible like it's a novel.
No, you can't read it straight like that. When you're trying to get to understand it. Now, reading the Bible from the beginning to the end, that's fine. That's a good thing. Everything's falling in order the way it was written. But when I say that, I mean you got to get the understanding of the Bible. It may say something and then start talking about something else.
Mm-hmm.
You see? But then to get the understanding of what it said is somewhere else in the Bible. You see what I mean?
Yes.
So it'll start talking about one thing, then it'll start talking. Then the next thing you know, you're on something else. The next thing you know, you're on something else. The next thing you know, you're on something else. But the first thing you read that you're confused about, that's where you got to start learning how to how to go precept upon precept. Here a little, there a little. That's why the Bible say that. It say how you read the Bible. Precept must be upon precept, line upon line. Meaning you got to find a line that matched that line you just read. You got to find a precept to match that precept you just read. Then the Bible tell you, here a little, there a little. It's like having a puzzle scattered out. You got to get this piece to fit that piece. Do that make sense now? Now let's read Isaiah 28 and 10.
28 and 10.
Let's start at 9.
Mm-hmm.
It say, whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line. Here a little and there a little. See what I just said?
Mm-hmm.
It's written where this how I know man did not write this. When I said man didn't write it, meaning man didn't come up with these words. That's what I mean when I say man didn't write this. Man didn't come up with these words and say, I'm gonna write this, what I just read. Precept. A man wouldn't think of nothing like that. Can't. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I say it's a puzzle, that's what I mean when I say it's a puzzle. Precept must be upon precept, line upon line. Here a little, there a little. Like when we went over will a man rob God? Yeah, you've robbed me in tithes and offering. And then it say, if you bring the tithe into the storehouse, and then I went to Malachi ain't going to explain the storehouse. You have to go somewhere else and find the explanation for the storehouse. Malachi ain't going to explain the windows of heaven. You have to go somewhere else and find the explanation for the windows of heaven. Malachi ain't explaining the devourer. You're going to have to go somewhere else in the Bible and find the devourer. That's the puzzle pieces you're putting together. You see it? That's what I mean when I say that.
Is it like the same, like, when you say the puzzle, is like, is that the same, like getting all the understanding?
Right.
Because I like, something just popped in my head when you were talking. I remember when we was in Genesis, when you were teaching, and we were going over Cain and Abel when they were doing the sacrifice, and they brought the sacrifice to God.
Right.
And you was like, the scripture didn't tell how they learned about the law of sacrifice, and they did something wrong, and
right.
And they just popped into my head, kind of like, it sure don't say that. You have to have an understanding about the law of sacrifice to know that they did something wrong to be presenting an offering.
Exactly. Why you present? Right. You see how that makes? You see what I'm saying? That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it just popped into my head when you were talking.
See how everything makes sense when you get the understanding. Just like you understand that the person who asking this question and some of your listeners may not understand exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
It may be confusing, but when you come into this truth, it's not confusing at all. The problem is you've been indoctrinated with your religious and your church stuff so much that there's no understanding of what we may be saying. A lot of things are hard to understand. That's what's the first thing he said in Isaiah 28:9. Whom shall he teach knowledge? To whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk, right? And drawn from the breast. You're not a baby anymore. Baby got to be on mama's nanny, right? What do that baby know? Nothing. That baby don't know anything. That's why I said it's got to be weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. It's got to be somebody who's ready to get this understanding. A baby only know what you show it, right? That baby that's on that nanny, all that baby know is I need some milk. I'm hungry. Want that nanny. Then here come mama. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Baby don't know nothing about that crap. But God said, whom shall I teach knowledge? His knowledge, this truth. Them that are weaned from this world. You grown, you 30-something, 40-something years old. But you on the tent of this world. You on the ninny of this world. This world is giving you you see how I'm explaining this to you? This world is giving you your understanding, just like your mama gave you the understanding when you was little. She had to feed you. She had to breastfeed you and give you the bottle and all that, right? What do you think the world doing? Yeah, you 50, but that ain't the Most High is saying you 50, 60, 40, 30, 20. You grown and you think you know something. You don't know nothing. You still on the tit of this world, learning what this world giving you. That's why he said, whom will I teach knowledge? Them that are weaned from this world, weaned from the titty of this world, weaned from the milk of this world. You off the breast of this world now. Now you're hearing this truth. That's what God is saying. That's what God is saying. See? So y'all can question me all you want. I don't care. But when I get in this mode I'm in right now, I'm going to give it to you straight. I'm giving it to you straight today.
All right.
Next question.
Somebody named Jackie Orlando. This person said, Calvin, you have a very specific interpretation of the Bible, especially when it comes to the parable of the mustard seed and the story of Jonah. How did you arrive at the unique understandings? Did you have a mentor, or was it something that you learned from personal study?
Okay, go to the next question. No, I'm not. I'm saying it for a reason, because I want that question last.
So you want this?
The one you just asked, I want you to ask me that last. Finish the rest of them, because I got to get into some kind of stuff that I want to talk about. But
all right,
go to the next question and come back to that one.
We'll come back to that one. Ask that one last. All right. Somebody named Victoria B. Chillin.
Okay.
It said, Ken, you talked about how dating apps can lead to people presenting a false version of themselves online. What was your personal aha moment when you realized this, and how do you learn to look for a person's authentic self in real life? Everything online is fake. Like literally everything online is fake.
You say it's fake.
It is. Right now, I can create a persona. I can make it seem like I'm this billionaire, rich person. Get pictures of exotic cars, post it all on my Instagram. And then with AI, how everything is with AI and
how everything is what?
With AI.
Okay. AI. There you go.
Yeah, well,
so you manipulating AI.
Yeah.
So it ain't got nothing to do with Timothy, 2 Timothy 3:16.
Exactly.
But go ahead.
I can use AI to I can use Photoshop and AI to make it seem like I'm really living a life that I'm portraying online. And then I meet up with a girl, and all of a sudden, everything that she see and was attracted to online ain't nothing like how I'm portraying online. Everything online is fake. People online will say some super messed up stuff about you online, and then in your face won't say none of the stuff they were saying online. People are bully people. I see it all the time. People bully people and stuff, say all types of messed up stuff, and then as soon as you try to see them person in real life, it ain't nowhere near the same. Like with celebrities, they say all this messed up stuff about celebrities. As soon as that person see their celebrity in real life, they trying to shake their hand and get an autograph and stuff. So ain't all this stuff online. It ain't no look. Everything online is fake. Everything online.
It's all fake. Huh?
Yeah, and the only way you can find to look for a person authentic self in real life is if you meet that person in real life and get to know them. That's how you can tell when somebody's authentic. If you spend time with a person enough, you're starting to see their habits and how they interact with stuff on a day-to-day basis and how they live their life. That's how you know when somebody is authentic and not what they portray to be online. I tell people all the time, when it come down to social media, especially Instagram and all that type of stuff, don't believe nothing you see, because everybody is putting on the front for everybody to make it seem like everybody have something. When in reality, everybody's going through something. Even the people who have money, they going through something. They probably just be different. They just got money.
Yeah, that's the way it be.
Yeah, so nothing online is real. Don't believe none online. Next question. Somebody by the name of Silence is the Key. You told a funny story about I got another question. It said you told a funny story about your family thinking you and Carly was together. Because you never brought girls around. Do your grandma still think the same about you? And does she laugh when you bring it up? Man, bruh. All right, so I don't know if my grandma still think the same. It's been years, but she joke about it every now and then, because I'll be like, Grandma, you still think I'm gay? And she'll start laughing.
I still ain't seen you with nobody, baby.
Yeah, like she'll laugh, and she make jokes about it and stuff like that. But I don't think. Well, I don't know. I don't know what that lady think. But if I was to call her right now and bring it up, she'll start laughing and say something about me being gay. But I don't know. But why would you ask me that question? Next question. AI makes people stupid. That person said it was mentioned that the written word is like a puzzle and that the Bible isn't written straight. What advice would you give to a new listener who wants to start their journey of understanding the scriptures? Where should they begin? Okay. That's it? Yeah. That's the question? Okay. Here's the thing about understanding the scripture and where you should begin. Let me see how I can answer that. First of all, in order for you to understand the scripture, you got to establish a base. This is where you begin. Because if you don't begin here, it's going to be hard for you to understand what's going on and for you to accept these things that you're reading when you read the Bible. The first thing you need to understand is who you are in the Bible. Mm-hmm. The first thing you need to know is who you are. What tribe am I from? Who am I really? If these people don't lie to me about all these things, and they took us and destroyed us and took our name and took out who we are, and they did all these things and taken all these things from us, who are we really, right? Mm-hmm. Let's establish that right quick. Won't take but a second. Go to Deuteronomy 28. Let's establish who we are right quick. You black folks out there. And all y'all know how we got here. How do we get here? Slave. How? On a boat. On a boat. Right? Right. Let's establish this real quick. Like I'm gonna go through. I'm just gonna read it, and who get it. So for time's sake, okay. All right. Go to Deuteronomy 28 and 68. We gotta start at 15. You gotta read 15 first. You got it. Yeah. It say Deuteronomy 28:15. But it shall come to pass, if thou shalt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command you
this day that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Now, we broke all his laws, so guess what? He had all these curses come upon us and overtake us. Then when you read all this and you get to 68, it's going to tell you about all the curses. When you read these curses in Deuteronomy 28 from 16 all the way to 67, these things don't apply to nobody but you black folks. When you read them, you'll know that's talking about me. This ain't talking about no Chinese, no Japanese, no Arab, no white person. It's talking about black people. Read. Now, you get to verse 68, right?
All right.
It say, and the Lord thy God, because you didn't obey my laws, statutes, and commandments, the Lord thy God shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. How? When he said Egypt again, he's talking about captivity. You read that in Exodus 20:2, where he's saying that Egypt is our captivity. You can read that for yourself. But when he say he bring us into Egypt again, he's talking about he's going to bring us into captivity again. He's going to bring us into captivity with ships. Now, we had past episodes where we said that everybody was a slave, though. Everybody, you're going to have these people who's out there saying that. But can't nobody claim going into captivity on ships but black people.
Yeah, even the ones that's like over there in the Spanish speaking country, those still was black folks still taking over
on ships, but they left from the Americas going the other way.
Yep.
But guess what they was on? Ships.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey man, you did learn a little something in class. You were listening, weren't you? God dog it, man. Hey man, I ain't gonna get on you as much no more. And the Lord thy God shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way where I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there you shall be sold when we get here to the shores of America. You shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you, meaning no man shall save you or redeem you. See that? That happened to nobody but us.
When I heard that last part, no man shall buy you, is that why when like certain leaders like within black folk try to come up and say they doing stuff for black folk, they always end up dying?
But you was listening to me in class. Your memory done came back?
What you talking? No, I'm sitting here thinking, I'm thinking like, bro.
When they say no man shall buy you, no matter what leader come up to try to establish or save, call themselves bringing black people together and save them, it ain't gonna work. Your churches can't do it. Martin Luther King couldn't do it. Malcolm X couldn't do it. Sojourner Truth couldn't do it. Harriet Tubman couldn't do it. Nobody. It's only one way. Come back to this truth. This Israelite movement. That's the only way you're gonna get redeemed back. Because you gotta get reestablished on who you are and what these words mean. We lost all that through all the years of our captivity. All this was taken from you. All this stuff belonged to you. This world belonged to you. It was taken from you.
Mm-hmm. So basically, they're just saying like we just gotta
get redeemed. He's gonna make everything. He's gonna put everything back the way it's supposed to be. You're rolling. That's what the kingdom's gonna be, bruh.
Yeah. So that means Christ, he gotta be the one that save.
Christ, the only one can do it. How he's doing it by first of all getting this truth out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then the disciples asked him, when you coming back? And he said, don't let nobody deceive you. I'm coming back. No man don't know when I'm coming back. No man know the time or the hour. The only person know that is the Father. But these things must happen first. Going to be war, rumors of wars. It's going to be pestilence, disease, or earthquakes in diverse places, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. And 12,000 from each tribe got to get this knowledge and understanding in their forehead. They got to get this understanding. Mm-hmm. That's the 144,000. Those things got to be established first. Then the end. Then will the end come. See that?
Mm-hmm.
Go back over that again.
The last question?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to reread.
You got to know who you are. And to establish who you are, I just established that by showing you black people are the people of this book. That's who God was talking to. You people. Nobody. White man can't say that. White man can't say this talking about him. But they want to open the Bible and talk about this for everybody.
Mm.
Joel Osteen can't open this and say that, could he? Did that happen to Joel Osteen?
Nope.
No. The little Chinese dude who be wearing the leather pants, I don't even know his name, but who know who I'm talking about, who be on this TV show, he talking about the Jews, and all that. He can't say that. This ain't talking about him. No other nation can say that. This is talking to you. This is talking to you. You got to know who you are and what tribe you're from. Once you establish that, then when you read the scripture, you're reading the scripture with purpose. Now you're reading the scripture, and when you're reading Job, it's easy for you to find yourself reading Job and tears running down your face. Why? Because when you're reading Job, you'll realize you're reading about yourself. When you read these books, you'll realize this is talking about me. When you read these scriptures now, you realize that when you're reading these different stories and these atrocities that's happened to us throughout the years, throughout our life, throughout history, it's talking about me and my people. And all these other nations have tricked me into believing in what I believe in. They fooled me.
Mm-hmm.
I told you how we get indoctrinated. All they got to do is put it out there. And if it's something you like to do, they ain't got to tell your kids how to do it. You going to tell them how to do it. The enemy is that tricky. He got you indoctrinating your kids for them.
Yep.
Soon as their birthday come up, you putting a cake in front of them. All this stuff, man, it's wrong. Soon as Christmas come up, you're putting a doggone gift in their face. This stuff is wrong. November the 24th, last Thursday in November come up. You're getting your family together, talking about eating a dinner. When all that was established, that killed all your brothers and sisters over here, your Native Americans that was over here. They established that dinner in conquering them.
Mm-hmm.
Why we do these things, man? Because they're all normal things to us. And they know black folks don't like to read, don't like to study, don't like nobody telling them nothing. Reestablish your question.
The one we just read?
Yeah.
All right. The question says, it was mentioned that the written word is like a puzzle and that the Bible isn't written straight.
Yeah, we explained that in the last question.
What advice would you give to a new listener who wants to start their journey of understanding the scriptures, and where should they begin?
Exactly. The new listener needs to start by understanding who they are. You got to understand who you are. You got to understand your lineage and your heritage and find out what tribe you're from. Once you find that out, once you know that you are truly an Israelite, and once you start reading the Bible and getting the understanding, then you got to understand in Acts 8, it say, let's go to Acts 8.
Acts 8. Acts chapter 8.
And 30. Come on, 30. You asked about this scripture a bunch.
I did?
Yep, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Acts. All right, let's see. You said 8 and
30.
Up to 8 and 30. All right. Acts chapter
8, verse 30. It say, and Philip ran hither to him and heard him read the prophet Isaiah and said, understandest thou what thou readest?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, how can I, except some man should guide me? And he desired Philip that he would come up and sit with him. Right?
Right.
So, in other words, you can't get any understanding of the scripture unless somebody show you what the scripture means. You can't just open a book, never knowing anything, and start getting understanding. God don't have it like that. He have it where somebody who came before you got to explain it to you.
Yeah, because if you open up the book and start reading yourself, you'll start developing your own
interpretation and knowledge, and that's why you got Christianity, and that's why you got the white man running the Christian churches and all this stuff, because it's the way they want it to be, not the way it is. And they want it to be, they got it set up in a way to where you always got to look at them as the end all, the be all. And you're not looking at Christ, you're looking at man. That's how we get in these questions. That's how we get in these questions about climate and is God in control or man? If God in control, you wouldn't be asking me no question about no climate.
Mm-hmm.
God controlling the climate. But the way you're asking the question, you think man is. If man control the climate, like I said, you'll be paying for everything out there. You're paying for air, you're already paying for water, but air, sunlight, wind, everything. The temperature.
Yep.
Man can't control that. God's in control of that. But we want to make it where we're putting man in control. The man you're following is the same man that's destroyed you. The same man that's destroyed you. We following them tooth and nail. We ready to believe everything he say, and you're ready to hate everything I'm saying, which is fine. I have no problem with it. Hate me all you want. I'm gonna get killed in this anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get killed in this anyway. We already read that too. He said they're gonna kill you. What y'all think? This a game? I told y'all, man. That's why I joke a lot. I don't want to cry. Y'all thought I was playing or something? This truth will get you killed. This is not a game. How you think you're gonna get to the kingdom? How you think you're gonna get the kingdom?
You gotta die.
Even in your Christianity church that don't know what they talking about, they always talk about the kingdom, but don't none of them want to die. Don't none of them want to die. They want to hang on. And your body is designed to sustain life. You see, your body is designed to hang on to a life. I don't want to die. You think I want to die? I don't want to die. I don't. No man do. But I understand it. It's a difference. And when I say I don't want to die, meaning I don't want to, hey man, okay, it's time for me to get up out of here. Let me get a gun, pow, I'm out. I'm going to be in the kingdom. That don't work that way, bro. That ain't what that's talking about. The things we go through and the things, see, the script even tell you, man, go. I'm going to go off track a little bit because we went there. Go to the Apocrypha. You got the Bible part. Go to Wisdom of Solomon. I'm finna show you something right quick. Go to Wisdom of Solomon. See, death is death, man. It's going to happen to all of us. It's how you take it and how you understand it.
Yep.
Wisdom of Solomon, I want chapter 3.
Okay. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3.
Verse 1. I'm finna show y'all something about this death thing.
All right.
Since I mentioned it, I'm going to show it to you. I usually mention stuff and go on, but I'm going to show it to you this time. You got it?
Yep.
It say, but the souls of the righteous are in the hand of God, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery. In other words, when somebody who's don't understand death see somebody that say they seen me get killed, however it may be. Say I got shot 500 times. They say, ooh, that had to hurt.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's why God say it may seem like, to the unwise, it may seem like misery. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Keep reading. And they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. Remember we read in Revelation 79, I think, when I showed y'all last week about the palms in their hand and the crowns being put on their hand, and Ezra asked them, what is this? And he said, these are they that was mortal, but put on immortality. These are they that was normal people. Now they're in the kingdom. Now they got the kingdom. That's what this is saying. Verse 5, and being a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For God proveth them and found them worthy for himself. See, we be wanting to look at the tragedy part of it, how it happened. No man, I don't know how I'm going to get killed. I don't know how I'm going to die. But if it be something horrific for this truth, that's even better. In other words, if because I'm telling y'all this truth and this man started making a law where I shouldn't be doing this, and they decide to line all us up in front of a shooting squad and put 5,000 bullets in us, God said that's a good thing. Mm-hmm. Why? Because we're dying for him. You don't think he gonna grab us and put us at peace? All y'all gonna be seeing is my body getting destroyed, but my soul ain't even in there no more. It's gonna be with him. I probably won't even feel none of that. To y'all, it look like I am. To God, me and God be sitting there going, I'll be sitting there going, what's going on? And God will be sitting there looking at y'all destroy my body and all his words. You ready? All his words. You ready for me to say it? Will be true. See how everything go back to that truth?
Mm-hmm.
Don't care who tell it, bro. You understand it, you don't. Hey, I can't. You see what I'm saying? I can't explain nothing that I can't explain. Either you get this or you don't. But in order to start on your journey with this, you got to first establish who you are. Once you establish who you are, then once you start reading the scripture, then you got to start putting yourself in the scriptures. But if you don't believe these people are you can't put yourself in there.
Right.
You can't see yourself being these people you're reading about. You women can't see yourself being Judith, how beautiful she was.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see yourself being Esther, how beautiful she was. and the things she did or didn't do, and how she moved, and how she walked, and how she honored her man, and how she covered her head when men was around. Y'all wouldn't understand none of that. You see?
Mm-hmm.
That was the last question.
Oh, Hadassah. Yep. So we're gonna go back to the one.
Go back to the one I said put last.
All right. So this will be the last question for the day.
Okay.
Person by the name of Jackie Orlando. This person says, Calvin, you have a very specific interpretation of the Bible,
right?
Especially when it comes to the parable of the mustard seed in the story of Jonah.
Okay.
How did you arrive at these unique understandings?
Stop. I arrived at those unique understandings because the Most High have given me, because of the things I've been through, how I've been studied, how I've been taught, the things I know, my experiences in life. The Most High has given me the understanding of His scripture, so He used me to teach it. That's how I'm able to break it down. It's no secret. It's no big mystery to it. I just understand the parables and what they mean, so it's easy for me to explain them. And I got a unique way of explaining things, and that's how the Most High used me. Now, everybody that's in the truth, you can talk to somebody else in the truth who live in, say, Kentucky or California, don't even know me, could break it down the exact same way and wouldn't explain it the way I explained it at all. We'll explain it a totally different way, but it'll be the same thing he's saying. We'll both be saying the same thing, just a different way. I got a unique way of saying things the way I said and teach the way I teach, because that's just the way I am. All my experiences led me to teach and explain and break down things the way I do it. Somebody else's life experience is going to have them use the same scriptures but break it down a different way, but the conclusion is going to all be the same. That's why I say we all saying the same things. I want to answer it in sections because he's asking me a lot of different things.
Okay.
But go ahead.
All right. Second half of did you have a mentor, or was it something you learned from personal study?
You can't learn from personal study. That's why I just read in Acts, right? Because somebody got to teach you, no matter who it is. Everybody teacher had a teacher. You can't just open this and read it and boom, you got it. Now I'm finna start explaining this and breaking down parables. It don't work that way.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody teacher got a teacher. When I came into the truth, I was living in Atlanta at the time. I've been in church long time. I was in this pastor's church whose last name is Money. And I hate mentioning people's names, so I'm going to say things like that. Whose last name is Money. And I was in the little program to be a deacon in that church. And as I was in there, as I've been in all these churches, like I said, as I read none of this stuff was lining up with me. It just didn't make sense. But I was still, that was in my head. Right? I wasn't telling nobody these things, but in my head, I wasn't understanding it. I wasn't understanding what they was talking about and what I was reading. It didn't match. God love everybody. Then I read in Romans 9:13 where He hate Esau. You see what I mean? How is that? How does that make sense to somebody who's trying to understand God? That don't make sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody could be saved. Then you read the scriptures where it say that everything is for Israel. How is that making sense? How's that making sense?
It makes it seem like the Bible contradictory.
Right. It ain't making sense. So in the midst of that, I was living in Atlanta. I think I told y'all this. If I hadn't, you finna hear it for the first time. And when I was living in Atlanta, I was reading and I was just frustrated. And I asked God, I said, God, please show me what this means. And that inner voice, you ready? You know what the inner voice said? You sure you want to know? And I was like, yeah. He said, it's going to cost you something. Like, okay. And everything went back to normal. Like that never happened. No, and I'm steady trying to read, and I put it down. I think I fell asleep, and I woke up. It was in the evening, about 2 or 3 in the evening. Got on the computer, and this dude popped on the screen out of nowhere. I never seen this stuff before a day in my life. This dude named Nathaniel 7. Those who know who I'm talking about. Popped up on the screen. He was out on the street in New York somewhere teaching. You are the real Israelites. You are the real Jews. And I perked up, giving y'all my testimony of how I end up doing what I'm doing and in the truth and who my mentor ended up being. Right? Nathaniel 7. That's what you just call yourself. popped up on the screen. He had on a yellow leisure suit. I call him a leisure suit, where the pants and the little jacket he had on matched. And it was just him on the screen. He was teaching. He was on the street just telling folks how they was wrong and what the Bible really meant and the color of Christ. And man, it seemed like I looked at him for 5 minutes. It wasn't 5 minutes. It was the next day. Don't tell me what happened. I don't know. All I know is I was going through everything on the screen about him. I had to get it. I had to have it. And in the midst of doing that, other guys started popping up. A guy named Johanna popped up. A guy named Ben Lawler popped up. It was before Zabak. Those who know. So if you don't know, you ain't got to know none of these names. Ben Lawler. I remember seeing an old clip of Ben Lawler where Zabak, those who know, was a young guy handing out flyers. See? So, and for those who don't know, all these are established Israelite leaders and a bunch of these Israelite groups out there now, but they were young guys at the time. So I'm talking way back when they first started. But Nathaniel 7, that guy right there, that's the guy who run IUIC right now. Mm-hmm. That's who I mimic my teachings from him. I want to keep it short and sweet. I don't want to get into a bunch of details. I can start naming a bunch of guys from the house of David and different places like that. A bunch of guys that have learned, came into the truth under me is in a lot of these groups right now. I've never personally been in any of these groups myself personally. I haven't. That's a story for another day. Matter of fact, that's a story for people who only know me, but I haven't. But that's my mentor. I call him my mentor, and y'all ready to hear something? I never met that guy a day in my life. Never met him. Had an opportunity to. I think I told y'all this in class. Or Hashar, because I lived down on Lamar, not far from Lamar, where he first opened that school with IUIC. Mm-hmm. I seen them out there. It was about 3 or 4 of them. They was out there practicing, doing their little stuff they do and learning different things. And I stopped and talked to him. He gave me his number. I tried calling him. Me and him never made a connection. You know why? It's the Most High doing, not mine. Me and Nathaniel never made a connection. And I still got his number in my phone. I can show it to you. Right now. I ain't got to lie about nothing, I'm saying. But that's my mentor. I'm going to leave it right there. Finish the rest of that question.
The rest of the question was, the last part was it something you learned from personal study? But we already went over there.
Right.
We can't learn the scripture from studying personally.
No, you gotta learn the scripture. Somebody gotta give you the understanding. Let me put it that way. You can read the Bible and the base is the Bible. Once you start reading, even though you don't understand it, you're at least reading and you know some of the stories and this, that, and third. But when you start getting a true understanding and what it really means, you would really get into it then. Mm-hmm. See, and that's the difference. I really wanted to get into some more stuff about the Israelite movement and the Israelite stuff like that. I'd rather not. And I don't want to really talk about those things on a lot of this open podcast, because you need to understand, when I came into the truth, it was a lot of bickering and fighting going on within the body. What I mean by that, you would look at a lot of those early tapes, and a lot of that stuff is this group against that group, and that group against this group, and that group against that group. It was just a bunch of nigger stuff going on within the body. Mm-hmm. And a lot of it is biblical, but in order for you to understand those things, you gotta be in the truth. But if you're on the outside looking in, it just look like a bunch of people fighting each other, when that ain't the case at all. I came in, it was chaotic. And those who fell off. And those who are established and still growing are those who God is, the ones who God is truly using. And I've already told anybody who come in my class that you ain't got to be with me. I'm not somebody, I'm trying to get nobody to follow. And I've established with my students who come to me about trying to learn something, when I start showing them and teaching them things, I tell them certain things, and I recommend only one group. And that's the only group I recommend. And that's the only group I've ever recommended. And I got people right now who's in that group that started out with me, and I'm happy for them. I don't have any bitterness against no Israelite group, whether they're right in what they're saying or not. If they're not, I just don't deal with you. But I ain't got nothing bad or negative to say about you. Not my place. And you are what you are. You do what you do. I can't control man's actions, but you do need to know there's consequences to everything you're out here doing.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't, it's not for me to tell you, go here or do this or do that. I can only make recommendations. And that's my recommendation. Those guys that I got my teaching style from him. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. That's where I got my teaching style from. And you would look at him and see how he teach and look at me and say, oh, you don't teach like him. And I don't. But I'm telling you who I got my teaching style from. How I teach it is how I am because of my experiences. I didn't experience what he experienced. That's why he teach the way he teach. But I got my style from him. That's the truth.
So basically, like, when it come down to the last part of that question, what is something you learn from personal study? You can read the Bible and get familiar with the scripture and figure out where it, like, everything and remember where everything get. But like Calvin said, to get to understand it, you got to have somebody to teach it to you.
Right. But the base of you learning anything is who you are. Who are you?
Mm-hmm.
That's why Israelite groups don't allow nobody in that's not an Israelite. Why? It ain't for them.
Mm-hmm.
How could I be reading this to a white man and saying the things I'm saying to a white man when the Bible ain't talking to a white man? You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or a Chinese man, or a Japanese man, or Arab. It ain't talking to them. It's not talking to them. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Go to Leviticus chapter 1, verse 1. Leviticus.
Leviticus. Let's see.
And those things I just said, other than in a classroom setting, I've never said that in public.
We're talking about what you just talked about?
What I just talked about. When I said that, meaning that ain't something that I generally say, because y'all need to understand y'all don't understand how this Israelite thing work. So some things I'd rather keep close to the best, but y'all asked the question and I told you I'm going to tell you the truth, and I told you the truth. That's the truth right there. Now, if somebody from that group hear this, and, you may have some of the Israelite groups who, because I understand how I used to be back in the day, they may come out and say, oh, we don't have nothing to do with that guy and this, that, and the third, and they don't. That'll be true too. But I'm not going to say one negative word about no Israelite group. I never will. Anybody who's trying to learn this truth, especially in this world, and doing this truth according to what they want to say about it, that's fine. But I'm not finna say, if I don't believe in what you're saying, I just don't subscribe to you when it comes to what I don't believe in what you're saying. Then that'll be that. But that y'all can see how I'm talking. It's kind of difficult for me to go through it without going into depth. So that's why my answers is kind of choppy the way I'm saying them right now. But that's my mentor, Nathaniel 7. That's what it was when I first seen him. That's why I call him that. He's the bishop today, and I respect him as a bishop, and I think they're doing great things. And I love that movement. And why you're not with them then, Calvin, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. And it's nothing wrong. It's just the path God got me walking has nothing to do with the path he got them doing. If y'all understand what I'm saying.
I understand. Man, Leviticus 13, what'd you say?
I said Leviticus chapter 1.
Oh.
I'm finna show you what I mean, what I just said. I'm going to go Leviticus 1 and 1. See, this is established for you. Nobody else. Nobody else could get this. That's why Israelite groups say what they say about if you're not Israel, this ain't for you. Move on. Go on. It ain't for you. This is just for us. That's why when you in Deuteronomy where it said no man shall buy you, no man shall save you. Right? None of these other people is able to save us. Why? Because they be trying to include everybody with us. How Martin Luther King talking about everybody? You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Then you got Malcolm X come along, and he spoke the Bible more than Martin Luther King, but he was in a religion had nothing to do with us. He was in an Arab religion. What do being a Muslim got to do with being an Israelite? You see what I mean? None of it's not designed for man to come back and to buy us. Christ is the only one who can redeem us.
Yep.
Christ. Right? Now, he's using the brothers to wake us up. He's using people like me to wake us up. so we can get ready for him to come back and save us, but no man gonna do it. Give me Leviticus 1.
101.
1:1. It say, and the Lord called unto Moses and spake unto him out of the tabernacle of the congregation, saying, speak unto the children of Israel and say unto them. I'm stopping right there for a reason. What are we reading? Leviticus. Right? Who he talking to?
Israel.
Speak unto the children of Israel and say unto them. Did he say unto the white man, Chinese man, Japanese man, Arab man? Did he say unto any other nation?
Nope.
Right. Now go to the last verse in it.
Last verse of what?
Leviticus. The whole book. 28. I think it's 28 verses. The last book. There it is. The first thing he said is what? Speak unto who?
Children of Israel.
Children of Israel.
27 and 34.
27 and 34. The first thing he said is what? The first thing he said.
In the last.
The first thing he said in Leviticus.
Speak unto the children of Israel.
Speak unto the children of Israel. What's the last thing he say?
These are the commandments for which the Lord commanded Moses for the children of Israel.
Stop. The first thing he said, speaking to the children of Israel. The last thing he said is what? These are the commandments which the Lord commanded Moses for the children of Israel. So everything that's said in Leviticus is for who?
Children of Israel.
Thank you. Thank you. I ain't have to read nothing in between it. Why? It ain't for nobody else but the children of Israel. That's why in Leviticus is full of what? Laws.
Yep.
There you go. It's for nobody else but the children of Israel. I read the first thing he said and the last thing he said. That means everything in between that is for who? The children of Israel. You can't understand these things unless somebody show it to you. That's what I be meaning. That's what I be meaning right there. What else you got?
That was all the questions from last time you was here and the time before that.
Right.
I'm looking for I sent it to Jane.
What's that?
And I want to show you something, but I don't think.
Don't let it be no more Arkansas stuff, man.
No.
You finna show me what?
Nah, it was a clip. I don't know if you know his name, but it's a white dude from back in the 90s up until now. He got his son with him now. He go to different college campuses. And he be teaching scripture.
Old kind of white dude be sounding like he know what he talking about.
Yeah,
I know exactly who you talking about.
So he got his son with him now.
Yep.
And it was a clip. It was something that he said that didn't sound right. Cause it was like Christ is trying to be God, and he was like Christ is telling you that he is God. And I was looking at it, the way he was explaining it, one lining up with the scripture. And when I sent it to James, he was like, "Bro, what is he talking about?" I don't know.
Well, you can't find a link with you sent James?
Like I was watching it on my phone, and I took a
screenshot of it.
I did a screen recording of it.
Okay.
But I had to delete. Like me and James be sending each other so much stuff that it be hard for me to find certain things sometimes. So
please find that one.
So I'm going through all our videos and stuff that we be sending each other, and for some reason I can't find it. I see everything else but that, and I never deleted it. And I had told James, I'm gonna show Calvin when he come on.
You can't show James. You don't have what James sent you. Did James send it to you, or you sent it to him?
I sent it to him.
Well, what James at? Tell James to send it back to you.
It's in a text message, but we sent each other so much stuff. We be sending each other videos, gifts.
Where you send it?
Man, I think but you see it so much stuff we be sending each other. It's hard for me to find it.
Come on, bro. I want to see that.
Yeah, so I'm like, bro, cause he be sending me videos of the kids and stuff, and we be sending each other so much stuff that I'm trying to find it, and it's hard for me to find it.
So everything's together. It ain't no days or time stamped or nothing.
Let me see. Is it in my iCloud?
In your cloud.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about. They be on college campuses, and they be talking about certain things. And like I said, it be sounding good. But he be talking to people who don't understand the scripture.
And my favorite thing about the main reason why I watch it is because he'll get to saying something, And then you know how like when the Israelite brothers be out there talking, and somebody will sneak up on them and ask them questions just to see what they know instead of trying to learn something.
Right.
It's students in their campus that be the same way.
Yep.
Be trying to throw them off, and be slick throwing them off sometimes. And he be having to sit back and regain himself and think about it.
Right.
So that's why
he think he talking to a bunch of people who don't know nothing.
Yeah, so that's why I be watching it, because I like,
he just ain't ran into that Israelite yet. He gonna run into one. Most High gonna send him one, and when he do, his show gonna be messed up. See, but you got a lot of people out there that be doing stuff like that, man. He's only establishing his righteousness according to everything he been taught.
Yep.
He not an Israelite. This book he teaching ain't even for him. That's why he said, man, I prepare a table for thee in the presence of your enemies. Who's your enemies? We just read in Deuteronomy 28:68. Your enemies are those people who put you on them slave ships. Those your enemies, and y'all know who that is. I'm not even gonna say it. Y'all know exactly who your enemies is. Ain't got nothing to do with y'all, and they nice to you now, and you work for them and all that. It ain't got nothing to do with it. Nothing at all.
Let me go to the YouTube channel, guys, because the video should still be there.
You didn't have a name of it or anything?
No, Kyle, like I said, I was just randomly first I saw.
Do you remember what he said?
I told you it was something like I saw it on TikTok. TikTok showed me like the clip.
Yeah, TikTok just give you a snippet.
Yeah, so when I clicked on the thing, it opened up YouTube, and it was on YouTube.
It was on YouTube, but on YouTube it'll have a name.
Yeah, but I don't remember the name, but I remember his channel. I'm trying to remember his channel.
But you don't remember what he said.
He was saying something. I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember exactly what he was saying. One of the students came up to him and was saying something, and he was like, Christ is saying that he's God and he is God. He don't you don't need to go to God, you need to come to him. And then he said something crazy. I can't remember what it was that he said.
Because see, you need to understand something. Is he really wrong in what you're saying? Because you need to understand now, what do we read in Corinthians about the order?
But see, I understand it. Though I said that part ain't wrong, it's what he said after that. There was
okay.
That's why I'm trying.
Then he went back to being who he really is.
Yeah.
He want to mix it and mingle it all up.
Yeah, and then when me and James were looking at it, we were like, bro, what is this?
James, I
don't know what that man. I ain't heard from him. Last time I talked to him, he was supposed to be linking me up with somebody that's supposed to be getting their computer fixed. I mean, they PlayStation. I supposed to been jailbreaking the PlayStation for him.
Okay.
Jailbreak. Yeah. This is the basement. I can't find it. Dang. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look for it, and I'm gonna have it ready for next time.
Yeah, please do, man. And when you get stuff like that, man, because you always said, I'm not saying it, I'm not talking about the brother. You always said, man, your brain don't work right.
Yeah, but it don't. That's why I can't remember like what he was saying. And then, like I said, man, James sent so much stuff to each other throughout the day, and on days that I still be getting shuffled and mixed up. I be having to scroll through so much stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna find that video, and I'm gonna save it for the next time you come on TNA.
Yeah, what else we got today?
No, really, I really like a lot of stuff that I be finding out that you really don't really know about.
What you mean?
Like, cause you don't really know about a lot of stuff that I be following, like for instance.
Okay. Watch this old dude shock him. Go ahead.
You know what Evo is?
I have no idea.
See, that's what I'm saying. See, that's what I'm saying. Can you talk about stuff in Evo?
What's Evo?
Evo is short for evolution. It's like a.
Man, look, I told you about that trans, and you were talking about
but
just say evolution.
It's called Evo. I'm finna show you. I'm finna put it up on the computer.
But what is it? Just tell me what it is.
It's like one of the big things for like every year they have like for the tournaments and stuff.
What kind of tournament?
Fighting tournament. Evo 2025. See, it's called Evo Championship Series. It's called Evo. It's short for evolution.
Okay. What kind of fighting? UFC, wrestling? What are you talking about?
No, it's like fighting games and stuff.
Oh, you can stop right there, bro.
See, what I'm saying? I said, you don't know what?
Go on to the next subject.
Oh, yeah. What's dude's name that we were talking about before on the Shannon Sharp?
Yeah.
You saw that like he had settled?
He settled.
Court. The loss.
Are you talking about the same Shannon Sharp who didn't want to pay $30,000 for his daughter wedding, but then gave her $23 million?
Yep.
Is sucker. I'm glad. Good. Stupid.
I was like, that's what he get, because for one, he 50-some years old messing with a teenager. He shouldn't have been talking to him.
Just an old retard. Go ahead.
And then on top of that, him and Ocho Cinco, they had got sued because they had reported a story that wasn't true or whatever, and the girl sued them, and they settled out of court for that for a certain amount of money that wasn't disclosed.
What was that story? You remember?
Oh,
okay.
So they settled out of court. This just got reported the other day. They just settled out of court for an undisclosed amount of money. So he paying money left and right. In the lawsuit.
Shannon Sharp, I need some money.
See, you ain't no woman though, so it ain't the same. You ain't no woman though, so
you ain't gonna give it to your daughter for her wedding.
Which is crazy.
I'm gonna send a little white girl at you and get a couple $grand from you. What the hell,
man? That's crazy. You know, me sitting here looking at these are the games that I got over the years.
Okay.
I remember you said that you got consoles at your house, like the PlayStation 3.
Brand new in the box, buddy.
Man, do you know them just like the longer you hold on to them, especially depending on what it is, the value go, like you'll get a whole bunch of, like, they worth a lot of money.
I don't even play them. I got PlayStation 4. I think I got the Batman version. Still in the box, never been opened. I got Nintendo 64, the one with Pikachu on it.
Yeah, the blue and yellow one.
I got one on where Pikachu, you push his nose and cut it on, all that crap.
Mm-hmm.
Brand new in the box, ain't never been opened.
I got a Japanese import. That's worth a lot of money.
Yes, I got a Japanese version of PlayStation 2 that you can't even play here. And I got about 30 games to go with it. Japanese version.
And it's the black label.
Yes, sir.
Black label is like when it's like the case and it got PlayStation 2 up there in black and white.
I'm not sure about all. You know me, bro. I got it. All I know is the Japanese version with the games.
Yeah.
With the game. I ain't talking about no bull crap game Mario. I'm talking about them Japanese fighting games and all that crap.
Mm-hmm.
I got a Wii, red Wii, brand new, still in the box. What else I got? I got man. Anyway, I be getting stuff because I be knowing it's worth something, but I ain't getting it because I'm a gamer. I just get it because I can get it and I know it's worth something.
I was just about to ask you, like, why do you got all these consoles? But you just answered it.
Right.
Because it's worth something. If you got a PlayStation 3, that's like the one of the original models, that's like the 2060 40 gigabyte. Like it's like the fat one, like a big, like it was the first Blu-ray player back then when it came out.
Okay.
If you got one of them and it's backwards compatible, just be able to play the PlayStation 2 in one game, that's within itself is worth. Starting off, the minimum is like $800.
I have no idea. I got one game. Is it a game called One Piece or some crap like that?
Yeah, that's an anime.
Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
I got a game with him on it. The console. He owned that console.
It's Luffy, yeah.
That guy is on the console, whichever one it is. I don't even know what it is, but he on the console, brand new in the box.
They gotta
think that's a 3.
Yeah, they gotta be a Japanese import because they ain't come out with a One Piece bundle over here in America.
It is Japanese.
Yeah, see. Because One Piece is the number one biggest anime and manga in Japanese history. So.
Right. I got that PlayStation, think it's a 3, I'm not sure. PlayStation 3 with him on it, and it's the box and all that crap. Yeah. But that 64.
Do it look like this? I'm finna pull it up. Let me make this. What am I doing? Let me make that one bigger so it can mirror this.
The 64 is, I know I got that 64 with Pikachu on it. The Pikachu 64 is Japanese.
Do it look like that?
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
The Japanese writing and all that, just like that.
See, look, this one used open box and it's starting off
$700.
Yeah, so this open box. So I said, you got you something.
I got that. That's what I got. Brand new. It's brand new.
I mean, man, bro, brand new. I know you sitting on a couple.
Yeah. I got that.
How do you be getting these Japanese imports? Because they ain't not easy to come by.
I had this crap for a long time. I don't know. I don't remember.
Because this one,
that orange one,
this one is more rare.
Yeah, mine ain't the orange one, but I do have one.
Man,
Yep,
that's it. Like I
got
said,
that. What else finna say? I was finna say something about what doggone game.
man.
Yeah, but in my closet, I just wrapped it in plastic, threw it in the closet. I had a PlayStation. What's the game?
What?
PlayStation 5.
That's the one that just came out in 2020.
Right. I had one of those. My son took that.
Yeah, mine was up there on top of the closet. I don't even play it.
Yeah. He don't either, I don't think, because he got it set up like this.
But it ain't no games on. It ain't no point in playing.
But I think they messed that rollout up terribly.
They did.
Because when they first came out, you had the problem when they first rolled this stuff out, they let somebody buy a lot of them.
Yep.
They shouldn't do that. When they do that, they mess it up because they'll be online trying to sell them for $1,200, $1,500. Now you can't give one of them things away.
The PlayStation 5, after 5 years with each console generation lasts about 8 years, 9 years. It's the 5th year of the PS5 generation. PS5 and Xbox Series S and Series X. So this the 9th generation.
Right.
So it took 5 years for the PlayStation 5 to finally be able to, you can go anywhere and get one. And like you said, when the PS5 first came out in 2020, they were buying 4, 5, 6 of them at one time.
Right.
Each one for they sell the other one for like $1,300, $1,400.
But John, you had people online who buying 30, 40, or 50 of them. That's what they shouldn't have let happen.
See, that can't happen.
Then they'll show the dude will show them all stacked up, and then he'll be talking about $1,500. Then you'll try to send him something. Just sell me. They went for $499, $500. But man, sell me one for $8. Nah, man. I hope you don't sell now one of them.
They need to put a limit on 1 or 2.
Right.
Person.
One. That'll make it where. But look, man, why you need 12 of them?
It's just like with the GPU. Like for instance, like right now inside my computer, I got a.
I ain't got a problem with nobody buying 12 or 50 of them if you ain't gonna run out of them. You see what I mean? Don't roll it out and ain't got enough of them to sell. That don't make no sense. If I sold a PlayStation 5, I would have had enough of them things ready where if anybody wanted one in the world, they could have got one. It's about me making money. You ain't made no money off the thing the way you did it. Then your game's crappy.
Yep.
Then you have it set up where you ain't come up with no games or make it where you can play. It's just crappy. It's just crappy altogether.
It's the worst console generation within the whole couple of years.
It's all terrible, man.
This right here. And these is what you put inside computers to be able to play games at high performance. And this is what I got inside my computer. I don't got one this expensive, but when the 5090 and the 4090 cards be coming out, people will buy a whole bunch of them. Like this one right now is $3,200. They'll buy, like you said, about 15, 20, 40 of them.
So wait,
and they'll be sold.
I'm sorry. That's how much?
This water cooled 5090, and it's $3,229.
A used car.
Exactly. And then this ain't even one of the ones. This one of the lower end. Well, I ain't gonna say lower end, but it's like a mid tier car for your PC, and it's $1,600. So
what they do?
So they really charging you, in my opinion, when it come down to the GPU, they charging you for the VRAM that's inside of the card. The more VRAM you get, the better your performance of your game is.
Okay, it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, so like right here, the 5070 it got 12 gigabytes of VRAM and it's $549. I got the 4070 inside my computer right now, and basically got the same amount of VRAM, and it's just a little bit. This one just a little bit faster, so it ain't no point of upgrading to. Most people just be going out buying these cars just because it's new, and the 5090 cars are the worst cars out right now because they having driving issues. You can't play no games. Your computer be shutting down.
See how comfortable you are in what you talking about?
What?
What you saying and to showing me all this VRAM and DRAM and TRAM and T-Rex, and I'm sitting here like, what in the hell is he talking about? I don't know what you talking about, bro.
Think of it like this: it's like memory. The more memory you got, the more stuff you can do.
And you study going there. I know exactly what you're talking about, but I don't know what you're talking about.
It ain't nothing. But see, it took I've been doing this for 5 years now.
See, the point I'm making is you into that. I'm not, so I really don't know what you're talking about. I do have video games. I have all this stuff because I just have it, but I ain't I'm not into it. I don't even play them. I don't even play them. I bought, you know, when the first PlayStation 3, I bought a PlayStation 3. You know why?
The Blu-ray?
Just to play a Blu-ray disc on it. And I played movies on it. I didn't even play the game.
That's what most people bought PS3 for back then when it first came out for the Blu-ray. It was the first Blu-ray player.
Right. That's what I bought it for. I ain't buying to play no video games on it. And I got them shooting games too. I forgot to tell you that. What's in them games?
That's all.
The gun.
Well, Call of Duty.
No. Before all that. Not the duck hunt crap, not that far back. But the games we used to have them. They used to have them in, when you go to the movie, the little arcade where they be shooting, and the little army, they be going through the army stuff.
Okay.
No.
Crisis.
Time Crisis. I got all those. The old Time Crisis.
Bro, how did I know you were talking about Time Crisis? How do I know that?
Because of the way I described it, I guess. You seen me doing that move. Okay. Move just like that Time Crisis dude. But yeah, all that. But that's the one I'm gonna tell you the games I really liked. Time Crisis and my favorite game, all times, I got two of them. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Devil May Cry.
Mm-hmm.
And Killer Instinct.
See, folks be loving Killer.
Now, I ain't talking about Killer Instinct. Y'all talking. I'm talking about Killer Instinct that first came out.
I know. So
because I'm old now. Killer Instinct that first came out, and that's the PlayStation 2 I wanted. The Killer Instinct version,
So-
the box and all that. That's what I'm looking for.
back in the day, you were either one of four people.
They messed that up by not continuing that. But go ahead.
No, Killer Instinct came out in 2013. That people still play, but that's the newest one. But back in the 90s, you was one of four people. You either play Street Fighter, play Mortal Kombat, you play Killer Instinct, or you play all three. I was one of the ones. I didn't really like Street Fighter. I didn't really like Killer Instinct. I like Mortal Kombat because they look more real. Like for its time, they look like real people fighting.
Right.
But that's why I like Mortal Kombat.
And people don't understand, man. I remember the first Tekken.
Me too.
It looked like some squares, just some squares moving like this. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, so the technology have come a long way, man. The first Tekken was some garbage, but it's like they just didn't. I don't know, but Killer Instinct was the game, bro.
Yeah. So this the latest Killer Instinct that people play right here.
And it looked cold, but I just hadn't been in the game so long, man.
It's the same characters, but they just upgrade. Like,
Enhanced, yeah, better.
So
Look at that. Yeah, see, I like that. See, that's the kind of game I would like. But like sports games, I can't stand sports games.
I don't like sports games for the simple fact.
I can't stand no football, no basketball, all that crap. Then you do a little certain code, and now you can't catch them. You know what I mean? But me pushing something to hit you, I'm controlling that.
And that's exactly what I be saying when I be saying that's why I like fighting.
Right. I can't stand sports games. It's all garbage.
When you play fighting,
Even to me, I'm sound like a gamer. But to me, like them NFL lives, I can it's garbage. Start the new one out. $59.99, $69. 2 weeks later, $4.99 in the dump bin. You see what I'm saying? It's garbage.
Nah, they come out with the same game every year.
It's $4.99 in the dump bin. The next one they come out with, what's different about it? Oh, he got ultrasonic feet. It be some stupid.
Yep.
And I'm like, man, throw all that crap away.
It's the same thing with the wrestling game. My Dante go out here this ain't even including the one on PlayStation 4 I got. So WWE 2K 20, 22, 24, and 25.
Mm-hmm.
I bought them games each year they came out, the most expensive version. And
wasted your money.
Bruh.
How much it cost now? $2?
Bruh, I don't even know how much this one cost.
Free.
But I know for a fact this one was like last time I seen it was like $15 or something like that.
See?
And I put 331 hours into this in 2000. Last time I played it was 2024.
Well, you need to be doing something where you get paid to do this, man. You putting too many hours into that, and you ain't getting no money for it.
But see, I don't even be realizing I'm even racking up that much hours because I'll be streaming. Like right now we're recording TNT, but I'll be streaming and I'll be like live and people be watching me play the game or whatever. And I just be playing it like how I'm saying talking to you. I'll be talking to the chat doing the same thing. And I don't even be realizing I'm even putting them in the hours to the game. Like when I first built this computer in 2020, I built it September 5th, 2020.
Right.
The first two games I bought was Marvel Avengers and Mortal Kombat 11. And from when I first, I got 365 hours in Mortal Kombat 11. And
So it goes to show you how much I know about games. I would have thought that was Mortal Kombat 2.
why do you think that Mortal Kombat 2?
It looked like a 2. It's just a mark and a mark, a 2. I wouldn't have thought 11. My brain said Mortal Kombat 2 as soon as I seen that.
Yeah, but they're Mortal Kombat 11, and I bought Marvel Avengers. And when it game first came, people don't even, you can't even find this game no more. It got delisted. So by me buying, I still got access to it. But if somebody was trying to buy a code for this game right now, it'd be like $400.
Man, I don't get it, but y'all into what y'all. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking. I don't get the game and stuff. Y'all into that? I don't.
Man, I missed the day. Man,
I remember the games and it was cool, but we played it and that was it. And then we still see the problem. Here's the thing. Oh, you talking to an old dude. When I was younger, we had Pong.
I know exactly.
And I remember Pong when we first got it, and you didn't understand how hard it was to hit that little ball. Now I play that, and that ball will never get past me. You see what I'm saying? That's how. But it was hard to do that when it first came out, because that was some. Oh man, a game. That was some crap. But the point I'm making is, we used to go outside.
We did too. I'll be saying we live in the. I was born at the middle ground time, because I was born in 92, December 92.
Last year. Go ahead.
And I grew up, we still went outside, we still played. My mom used to lock us outside. We couldn't even come back in until it was almost dark. But we still had video games and all that type of stuff. By the time I made it to middle school, almost by the time I became a freshman, that's when iPhone came out.
Mm-hmm.
iPhone, so right when I was getting in high school and stuff, that's when all these new tablets and all that type of stuff was coming out. I was almost grown then. But most of the time I was a kid, I was just outside while I was in the house playing a game. But my mom didn't let us play the game that much. But she'll kick us outside.
Yeah, but we were just outside. So we didn't have all this stuff. It ain't that we wouldn't have did it. Don't get me wrong. What I'm saying, it ain't like we wouldn't have been like y'all and playing these games and all that. We just didn't have that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We had each other. Now it's
I don't even see.
Nobody go outside no more. Nobody buy no roller skates and bikes and stuff that you play outside with. No, it's all give them a video game, and now that person is babysitted in front of that TV and that video screen and this technology, and everything is impersonal, man. It ain't no personal contact no more.
I don't even see kids outside no more.
It ain't no personal contact no more. Man, when we was kids, man, the whole neighborhood over there where we stayed, man, the whole neighborhood be like hide and go seek, 1, 2, 3 red light, all kind of stuff. It was just activities up and down the street. Now it's everybody's impersonal, man. You don't even know the dude live across the street from you.
Hold on.
You see, this world is cold. The scripture even say that. You know I was going to come back to that, didn't it? Mm-hmm. The scripture even say this world was going to wax cold, man. That men was going to be lovers of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that's talking about. And that's what's happening. Everything in these scriptures is true. Even from your video games, all this stuff is part of everything coming to pass. That's why everything's happening the way it's happening, man. It's just happening this way because the Most High already seen this before any of it happened. Don't think let me tell y'all something. All y'all listeners out there right now, y'all ain't in control of nothing. You think you are. You're not. Most High is in control of all this. Even you. Now, I ain't talking about you who's sitting in front of me. I'm talking about you who listening to me. Even you. You think you're in control. You think you getting ready to go to some party or do this and that and the third. Most High already got that set up for you. That's already been established. Everything you doing, every step you take is already been ordained by the Most High God. Be it you walking into the light or be it you walking into darkness, whichever one you walking into is already been established for you.
Mm-hmm.
The Most High God is in control. That's why I got so not upset, but that's why I went so hard about the climate thing. Because man ain't in control of that. Man ain't in control of that. The Most High God is in control of everything going on. Now, it's time for us to wake up and get this thing right, and let's come back to the Most High and let's start living the way He wants to live. So when we get this kingdom, when the Most High come back and establish His kingdom here on this earth, that you'll be a part of it. You won't be a part of the bad end of it. because it's going to be a bad end of this thing. It's going to be a bad end to it. And if you're not prepared and not ready to receive him, he's not going to receive you, and you don't want to be on that end of it. And that's why I said things the way I said, but I'm not a mean guy. I'm not. I don't mean to offend nobody when I answer y'all questions, and when the way I say things, I just be passionate about it. I'm a nice guy. If you met me in person, I'll do anything to help you if I can. If it's anything I can do to help you strive in the things you want to do and the things you want to be, if I can do it, I can do it. If it's in my power to help, I'll help. I'm not trying to upset nobody. I'm not trying to make nobody mad. I'm not trying to make nobody upset. It's all the truth to the best of my ability. And if I said or did anything wrong, or I was wrong in something I was saying and y'all can prove that, I ain't got a problem with that. I'm not going to bicker you or fight you over it. You show me your proof that I'm wrong and what I was saying wrong, I agree with you and say you was right. I was wrong. I don't have a problem saying any of that. That's just the way I am. That's just me. Some people are built for this, some people not. My way of teaching is my way of teaching. That's from my life experiences. You may hear somebody say the same things I'm saying it. They may be saying it in a way that you want to hear it. It's nice to your ears, but we said the same thing. Long as you get the truth, that's all that matters. That's why I say the truth, don't care who tell it.
Before we end this episode, I want to say something. I remember, because piggybacking off of what we were just talking about with the gaming and all that type of stuff. I remember during the pandemic, 2020. Me, James, and Carly, every Saturday, we used to link up and we used to just hang out with each other every Saturday for hours. We'll sit up there and play WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. We'll fight for titles. We'll go up the ladder twice. And that was some of that time period in our life. We don't link up with each other, Carly. He out there in Texas, and James, he married with his wife and kids and stuff. And I'm doing what I'm doing. So we really don't see each other or link up as often as we did during that time. But about 5 years ago, for about a year and a half straight, every Saturday, we linked up with each other and just hung out with each other for like 2-3 hours and just chill with each other, talk and play the game. And then at the time, I didn't realize that it was going to come to a point where we weren't really hanging out with each other. Cause we used to be around each other for years and just be friends growing up and stuff. But I never realized that it'd come to a point in time that we wouldn't have as much free time to just kicking and hanging out with each other as we did during that time period. And
y'all just establishing your life, and when you start growing up, it ain't that you're growing apart. You just everybody's life path just take different directions.
Mm-hmm. So I look back on that time period and I be laughing. I'm like, bro, we had so much fun during those time, because like it was. I wish I could, like, I record almost everything that I do now, and I wish that I would have recorded that time period, because we had so much fun and laughed about so much stuff. Like it'll be funny just going back and looking at it and listening to it and all that type of stuff. But yeah, I just want to talk about that, because it just popped into my mind when kind of like they just had each other and they went outside and all that type of stuff. But yeah, they're going back. Oh, we recorded for 2 hours and 4 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Well, we got one in.
There's a lot of questions, man. Then you know how I go sometimes when it come to questions. I'll kind of get off track, but as long as somebody got some understanding at least got some understanding. Maybe a lot of my questions I answered this week when crystal clear, like sometimes they usually be, but some of the questions just contradict what you're asking, and it kind of get muddled. But I try to get the most clear, truthful answer that I can give according to my knowledge. Right.
Well, with that being said, as always, like I always say at the end of every episode of TNE, I appreciate everybody that come through and listen. The new listeners, the recurring listeners, I appreciate everybody. And until next time, peace.